And carers, it's good to be joining you again. We've just had our Golden Award celebration worship, so I hope you'll have a chance to watch that. Again, lots of things to celebrate through our virtual school. In fact, mentioning celebrating in our virtual school, the chair of our local school board was looking at our provision and our virtual school and has fed back to myself and to the rest of the team here how impressed that she is about our virtual school provision and how, as far as she can see from the primary schools that she's aware of, the provision here for our children is much better than all the other primary schools she knows, which is fantastic, and we appreciate your support with that. Thank you for your ongoing support for your children and with our virtual school. That is really making a real difference to the children's learning and indeed to their well-being. Now, with that, we can see from our internal monitoring that children are accessing the virtual school very well. And therefore, what we're going to do is, where we started off with a minimum expectation of at least one live lesson a day, we can see that, in fact, children are capable of attending 2 live lessons as a minimum each day. So that might be a live lesson and another live lesson, or a live lesson and an intervention, but at least one of which is going to be English and maths, please. English or maths. So as I say, our minimum expectation can increase really because the children and yourselves are enabling that to happen, and that supports their learning. So every child now is going to be attending one English or maths lesson every day and one of something else on a live lesson. Thank you for that. That's great. Just to mention a few other things as well. Thank you for all the bottles you might remember donating sometime in the past towards our greenhouse. Now, we stopped because we had a classroom full really of empty plastic bottles. However, we've enabled the frame to go up and we've used all our current plastic bottles. So if you have some more of those large ones, I've shown it in the Golden Award celebration worship, so you might want to have a look at that. But empty plastic bottles like you can get for all sorts of fizzy drinks. If you're able to spare some of those and maybe you're out for a walk and can drop them at the school gate, then that would be much appreciated. We'll have an empty box up there from Monday. And then those plastic bottles can be part of our greenhouse. And when the children are able to come back into school, they'll be able to use that for growing all sorts of plants. So thank you for those donations. Now, as a kind of thank you back, really, we have various fruit and veg in school through the government fruit and veg scheme for younger children. And to be frank, we don't have enough children in school to eat it all. We don't want to waste it. And therefore, we're offering it back to our school community, particularly yourselves as our families. So again, if you're out on a walk and you pass school and you'll find there's a box out by the gate, there's fruit and veg in there, please take whatever you feel you may use. We would really want it to go to you so that you can benefit and the children may benefit from it. So please help yourselves when you're out for a walk. Now, let's see, obviously next week our virtual school continues as it does at the moment. One thing that will be slightly different next week in that on Friday afternoon, so Friday afternoon next week, there won't be any live lessons or live interventions. That is because of something we're doing with the team in school. So we will have set work and things like that, but there'll be no live lessons or live interventions next Friday afternoon. The week after that, which I think is the week beginning the 15th of February, is a half-term holiday. Well, I think we all need a rest. Yourselves at home and the team in school. So we're going to have no live lessons during that week, and we're not setting any home learning that week either. A little bit more detailed information about that in our message next week. We are always, as ever, looking to hear your views and to take those into account as we plan things as a school to move things forward for your children. Now, quite often we gather views, chatting on the gate and through chatting with class staff and things like that. That's obviously not possible at the moment. So what we're going to do shortly is to send you a link to a questionnaire to fill in online. That's quite safe and secure. The results then come back to us, but it would be really good for us to know what your views are about school generally and particularly about our virtual school. So when you get that link sent out, if you could complete the questionnaire, guessing it'll take 5 or 10 minutes, then we'd really appreciate that. And really what it does is it helps us to understand what you're thinking about school, and then we can take appropriate steps to improve things even further for your children. Okay, I think that's all the information I've got for now. But again, I would just like to thank you for your support and hope that you stay safe and well during this difficult time. Take care.